Welcome, everyone, to the Apoco-Larry podcast. I'm Steve. He is
Lorenzo Di Rigardo.
ah, what's wrong with you, eh?
You know, the Jewish people and the Italian people need to get together, so I thought
Yeah, that's
I
right.
would do that. One
Nice.
of the comedians said, "We're very similar, but really the Italians should do the cooking."
Oh, that's fantastic.
My sister used to call me that.
Oh,
I have
Lorenzo.
no idea why, but
Oh,
yeah,
well, it was a term of endearment, at least, anyway.
I think so. I think it was.
Yeah.
So,
My friend, today, or this episode, we're taking a look at 1 Samuel 20.
this is a really good passage. It's very straightforward. There's very little explanation needed to understand this passage. Just about how much Jonathan cared for David.
Hmm.
But David does basically say to him, "Your father's trying to kill me."
Yeah.
And Jonathan at first says, "I don't think so."
And
But
then,
eventually he learns that he is.
yeah. And then on second thought, actually,
Yeah.
you're right. Dad is trying to kill you.
And oddly, he does. I've learned, and we're going to learn in this passage, that Saul, for as good a warrior as he was, he only killed his thousands because he misses everybody with that spear.
He's a stormtrooper in terms of
He
his
is.
shooting accuracy.
Yes. I love the stormtroopers. This armor is garbage.
That's right. Oh. Okay,
Oh,
folks, we'll just jump right in. Chapter 20, starting verse 1, of course. Then David fled from Naioth at Ramah and went to Jonathan and asked, "What have I done? What is my crime? How have I wronged your father that he is trying to kill me?" "Never," Jonathan replied. "You are not going to die. Look, my father doesn't do anything great or small without letting me know. Why would he hide this from me? It isn't so." But David took an oath and said, "Your father knows very well that I have found favor in your eyes, and he has said to himself, 'Jonathan must not know this, or he will be grieved.' Yet as surely as the Lord lives, and as you live, there is only a step between me and death."
that's a nice expression, eh? There's only a step between me and death. I
Mm-hmm.
like that. So Jonathan still hasn't accepted that his father wants to kill David, which
Yeah.
is surprising. Yeah.
Okay, verse 4. Jonathan said to David, "Whatever you want me to do, I will do it for you." So David said, "Look, tomorrow is the new moon feast, and I'm supposed to dine with the king, but let me go and hide in the field until the evening of the day after tomorrow. If your father misses me at all, tell him, 'David earnestly asked my permission to hurry to Bethlehem, his hometown, because an annual sacrifice is being made there for his whole clan.' If he says, 'Very well,' then your servant is safe. But if he loses his temper, you can be sure that he is determined to harm me. As for you, show kindness to your servant, for you have brought him into a covenant with you before the Lord. If I am guilty, then kill me yourself. Why hand me over to your father?"
Yeah, and there you are, right? The new moon feast is one of the minor feasts. It's called Rosh Hadesh or Chadesh,
Mm-hmm.
if you can do the throaty language of the Jewish people.
Yes.
Um, and or guttural is what they call it. But the new moon feast is just a meal that they had every new moon,
Hmm.
kind of like Sunday dinner,
Hmm.
but that kind of thing. And then David just says to Jonathan, "Yeah, just totally lie for me and say that I've gone to this new moon feast," which is interesting. Now the feast was at that time, so that wasn't a lie.
Yep.
And interesting. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Verse 9. "Never," Jonathan said. "If I had the least inkling that my father was determined to harm you, wouldn't I tell you?" David asked, "Who will tell me if your father answers you harshly?" "Come," Jonathan said, "let's go out into the field." So they went there together. Then Jonathan said to David, "I swear by the Lord, the God of Israel, that I will surely sound out my father by this time, the day after tomorrow. If he is favorably disposed towards you, I will not send word to you and will let you know. But if my father intends to harm you, may the Lord deal with Jonathan, be it ever so severely, if I do not let you know and send you away in peace. May the Lord be with you as he has as he has been with my father. Sorry, I'll get it out eventually.
Yeah.
But show me unfailing kindness like the Lord's kindness as long as I live, so that I may not be killed. And do not ever cut off your kindness from my family, not even when the Lord has cut off every one of David's armies from the face of the earth.
Yeah, yeah. Even if he's going to cut off all the enemies, he will not cut you off, which he shows later on with
Right,
Mephibosheth, right?
right, right.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I'm glad you said his name because I always struggle with that one. So Jonathan made a covenant with the house of David, saying, may the Lord call David's enemies to account. And Jonathan had David reaffirm his oath out of his love for him, because he loved him as he loved himself.
Yeah. Yeah, these are very good friends, aren't they?
Yeah.
These are very, very good friends.
Could easily swap Larry and Stephen. The story would have been fun.
Oh, I think you could. But his brother, which you could throw my brother in there, was not his friend to the level that Jonathan was. Remember?
That's right.
And it doesn't look like David has ever mentioned a word about what happened with Samuel. And it's probably best to keep that quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or they will kill you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Then Jonathan said to David, tomorrow is the new moon feast. You will be missed because your seat will be empty. The day after tomorrow, toward evening, go to the place where you hid when this trouble began, and wait by the stone of Israel. I will shoot 3 arrows to the side of it, as though I were shooting at a target. Then I will send a boy and say, go find the arrows. If I say to him, look, the arrows are on this side of you, bring them here, then come, because as surely as the Lord lives, you are safe, there is no danger. But if I say to the boy, look, the arrows are beyond you, then you must go, because the Lord has sent you away. And about the matter you and I have discussed, remember, the Lord is a witness between you and me forever. Mm-hmm. So David hid in the field when the new moon feast came, the king sat down to eat. He sat in his customary place by the wall, opposite Jonathan. And Abner sat next to Saul, but David's place was empty. Saul said nothing that day, for he thought something must have happened to David to make him ceremonially unclean. Surely he is unclean.
Yeah. Is this the first introduction to Abner? I think it is.
Yeah, I believe so.
He becomes important later on in David's life.
Yep. But the next day, the second day of the month, David's place was empty again. Then Saul said to his son Jonathan, why hasn't the son of Jesse come to the meal, either yesterday or today? Jonathan answered, David earnestly asked me for permission to go to Bethlehem. He said, let me go because our family is observing a sacrifice in town, and my brother has ordered me to be there. If I have found favor in your eyes, let me get away to see my brothers. That is why he's not come to the king's table. A little bit of a lie.
Little lie. Probably the feast and everything was true.
Right.
Just David didn't go.
Yeah. Verse 30, Saul's anger flared up at Jonathan and said to him, you son of a perverse and rebellious woman. That's saying a few things.
Yeah, you and I may not say that.
No.
No.
Don't I know that you have sided with the son of Jesse to your own shame and to the shame of the mother who bore you? As long as the son of Jesse lives on this earth, neither you nor your kingdom will be established. Now send someone to bring him to me, for he must die.
There he goes. Yeah, I really wants to kill him.
Yeah.
And he better do it quick because his wife is going.
Yeah.
Is going to get after him.
He's going to do it for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saul. Why should he be put to death? What has he done? Jonathan asked his father. But Saul hurled his spear at him to kill him. And then Jonathan knew his father intended to kill David.
Yep. He's slow to catch on, that Jonathan.
Yeah.
Good warrior. Yeah,
just always thinks the best of somebody, but
that's what you'd say about him, isn't it?
Yeah.
You always think the best. Dodge the spear, and then he would still eat with his dad.
Yeah, Dad. He's like that. He's always fooling around with a spear.
He's such a joker.
What a spear.
But anyway, at least Jonathan now knows that Saul intended to kill David.
So true, right?
Like we knew it chapters ago.
Right.
But it took Jonathan a little longer.
Verse 34. Jonathan got up from the table in fierce anger, and on that second day of the feast he did not eat, because he was grieved at his father's shameful treatment of David. Wasn't mad about him getting the spear thrown at him, mind you.
Maybe you just get used to that if you
Yeah,
live around
it's like,
Saul.
anyway. Verse 35. In the morning, Jonathan went out to the field for his meeting with David. He had a small boy with him, and he said to the boy, "Run and find the arrows I shoot." As the boy ran, he shot the arrow beyond him. When the boy came to the place where Jonathan's arrow had fallen, Jonathan called out after him, "Isn't the arrow beyond you?" And then he shouted, "Go quickly, don't stop." And the boy picked up the arrow and returned to his master.
He must have thought, what is wrong with him? I'm standing
right
here with
here,
the arrow.
moron.
Yes.
How stupid is this guy? Anyway, in verse 39, the boy knew nothing about all of this. Only Jonathan and David knew. Then Jonathan gave his weapons to the boy and said, "Go and carry them back to town." After the boy had gone, David got up from the south side of the stone and bowed before Jonathan 3 times with his face to the ground. Then they kissed each other and wept together, but David wept the most.
Yes, now that's something Steve and Larry won't do.
No,
It
there's
was
not going
more
to be
the
a kiss
style
and a
of the
weeping.
time.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's almost like a Gospel of John type statement, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the
Yeah.
disciple he loved the most, Jesus. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, and the other thing is, like even in Europe today, men do that kind of thing. But we in North America do not.
No.
So.
No. Okay, verse 42. Jonathan said to David, "Go in peace, for we have sworn a friendship with each other in the name of the Lord, saying, 'The Lord is witness between you and me, and between your descendants and my descendants forever.'" Then David left, and Jonathan went back into town.
Yep, and that's the end of that story. A very good story of friendship. Like and I love these two guys because Jonathan still does not disrespect his father in all of this, and
Right.
David doesn't disrespect his father.
Yeah.
And I think that's an incredible thing.
Yeah.
Especially when your father throws a spear at you.
Yeah. And Jonathan is okay with David as the anointed one and is going to be king next. And
I don't know if he knows yet. He may know because of the way the language goes. It sort of sounds like he does know, but there's no open statement that David told any of this to Jonathan.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, the way he's talking about his descendants and his enemies, maybe he kind of knows.
Yeah.
I just don't know for sure.
Yeah. At least he didn't explicitly say, "Look after Meb when you're the king."
Yeah.
Good old Meb. Look after Meb for me.
Cripply boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, what a great story, like you said, my friend. Folks, there's nothing more to say about this other than that God just is telling us the story about the faithfulness of a good friend to David, and David just accepting his that he's going to have to wait and go into exile for a while.
Yeah, and the continual preparation for when Saul loses his kingdom.
Yeah.
And that Jonathan accepts that. So he just was one of those kind of guys, a little bit like Isaac. Just seemed to accept what happened. I did hear a comedian say, I don't think that was probably the last time they had a father-son outing.
Yeah.
The next time Abraham said, "I'm going down to Damascus. You want to come?" No, I don't think
good.
so.
I'm good, thanks.
He actually says in the Bible, the next time it mentions the two of them is when he's, I think, talking at his dad's funeral or something.
Yeah.
But it's way later in life. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not going anywhere with you."
Yeah. No. It's like, you're going to make sure we bring a ram this time. And we're not falling for that again.
Fool me once.
Thank you, my friend. Thanks for leading us through this passage. Folks, as always, we love doing this for you. So encourages us just by you listening, and we see the listens every week, so that's great. We'll be back again next week. Chapter 21 awaits us. We're still waiting to the end of the story of Saul's kingdom and just how God will put David into that role. So that'll be us journeying next week closer to that point. Until next time, I was Steve, he was Larry, and this was the Apoco-Larry